We all know one of the most costly things when it comes to buying a house is property taxes. And I've been telling you guys over and over and over that you need to pay attention to these property taxes. These states are creeping up on these property taxes and you guys don't even know it. You guys are thinking,
oh yeah, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this house.
You go ahead and look on title, you're like, yeah, that looks like a good price. But then you get the property tax bill the next year and you're just like,
shut with my mug on me. How did it jump up so fast?
Well, this video is for you guys because this is a growing problem with individuals trying to buy a home, guys. And we're gonna go over it. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Check out the description and the pinned comment. I have a newsletter that I don't talk about on these videos. You will love it. The detail and information will help you tremendously. Go ahead and join it. It is free. You cannot beat free, guys. These are the US states that have the highest property taxes. New York and California aren't even in the top 10, guys. Property taxes can vary by nearly $8,000 for the same price home, depending on where you live in the US. A new study reveals New Jersey's effective tax rate is 2.23% and the highest of all 50 states and DC, guys. Let's break that down. Like, everybody knows New Jersey. New Jersey, I cannot forget. Illinois, right? I know Illinois. These two are the highest, are close to the highest when it comes to property taxes. But I want to talk about something that states really get a lot of people on. Some of these guys are charging you high property taxes, but you think that you're getting a steal because of this magical no state tax. This is the number one thing that I hear from people, and especially when it comes to Texas and when it comes to Florida. I get tons and tons and tons of emails saying,
Orlando, how do I put the numbers together and do a formula to put together if I should move to Florida, if I should move to Texas? Because guess what? They have no state tax. I'm gonna make so much money out there.
And then you get out there and then you're thinking, how am I paying over what I was paying in the other state? It's not a crazy mathematical number. It's just literally addition. You just have to add up what your costs are and what your costs will be when you move to the other place. I mean, I know it can be a little confusing when it comes to the property taxes, but there's other additional things that people seem to just magically forget when it comes to purchasing a home in another state. You have to take in consideration hurricanes, floods, fires, all these other things that are really big things. Most people go into moving and all they think about is the weather.
I'm gonna be in a great place where it's gonna be sunshine and beaches.
You have to understand that living that life does come at a cost. And that cost is it's going to be higher in Mother Nature coming along with weather, hurricanes, floods, rains, all this other stuff is going to come along with it. And what comes along with that higher risk? Well, insurance is gonna go up higher. And we all know, I've done plenty of videos on Florida's issue with insurance. And some people are deciding to do the horrible mistake of deciding to get no insurance. Not only are you paying higher property taxes because the properties are more expensive in these Sunbelt areas, in these areas where it has beaches and you're on the coast. I've said it over and over and over again. The Sunbelt and the coast are going to be the most expensive. East, west, the coast, you're gonna pay for that. You're gonna pay it in taxes, you're gonna pay it in insurance, and when you add up all of these costs, it's going to be more expensive than living in the Midwest or in an area where you're kind of centrally located, maybe close to the mountains or something like that, where a lot of those Mother Nature risks pushing up the insurance, or maybe it's a slower appreciating area, which is okay, guys. Everything doesn't have to skyrocket to 10, 20, 30, 40% appreciation. That is unnatural when it comes to real estate, guys. Let me tell you this. That is unnatural. That's the reason we're in this predicament right now. Hawaii is the lowest tax state with an effective tax rate of 0.32%. Whew, yeah, but The tax rate can be a little tricky because homes start there at $1 million. So it's not all rainbows and sunshine. You know what I mean? Well, kind of. Hawaii is a lot of rainbows and sunshines. But you know what I mean? It's not all positive news. That's what I'm saying. You know, all the things that you think, that low tax rate you see, you have to take in consideration if you can even afford the homes in that area. We have an island like Hawaii, and it's super expensive to live there. Everything's imported. You know, the houses are just great. The weather's great. The beaches are wonderful. Everything is great, right? But hurricanes, weather, flooding are all extremely possible in Hawaii and do happen in Hawaii. You have volcanoes in Hawaii. This is the stuff that you have to really pay attention to. What is the insurance going to look like in Hawaii? It's probably going to be higher than Illinois or higher than Kansas or any of these other places because landlocked versus island, total different situation. Let's take a look at this map, guys, because this map here kind of shows you exactly where everything is looking. So let's take a look. Let's look at Texas first. Texas, 1.7%. It's dark green. I know. Texas guys, look, you guys having everybody come from California, from Seattle, from Illinois. Like, you guys are having tons and tons and tons of people come to your area. And man, it is shooting up your property tax. It is shooting up the cost of things. Soon, Texas is going to be the new Hawaii. Like, it's going to be so expensive to live there. You know, I used to remember people used to say to me,
man, you should move to Texas. It's no state tax. Guess what? The houses are super cheap there. Yeah, they're cheap, man. You'll get more house there than you could anywhere else.
But now I have friends telling me, man, these taxes, man, I'm paying $14,000 in taxes. How am I paying $14,000 in taxes? And I'd be like, yeah, but you don't pay any state tax, right? They don't like that joke. Because these states will say, yeah, you know, hey, look over here, no state tax, and then pile a bunch of taxes on the other side, guys. It's not weighted the same. You really have to look at it. Look at Michigan, 1.6%, guys. It's rough. It's rough out here. We got Vermont, 1.8, New Hampshire, 1.9. Let's go to Florida. Florida is 0.9%. It's not a dark green. Look, we got that. It's not a dark green, but you're gonna pay 4 times as more in insurance. You see what I'm saying here is you have to really weigh out everything, guys, because someone would look at this and go, Florida, it's a place to be, but you have high costs of the home for one. Insurance is through the roof. Property taxes, while not the highest, they're not the lowest. You're still gonna pay ridiculous amounts of money to live in Florida. And then we take a look at California. California, 0.7%, not that high, would make you believe this is a great place to live. Low property taxes, but again, we have another scenario where prices are just ridiculous.
I'm on a budget, Sandy.
What?
I can't afford you.
I'm buying a shack for $1.5 million? Are you crazy? Are you nuts? I'm not doing that, and I'm not joking you. There are tons of people that will literally move from California to Texas, Illinois to Texas, Illinois to Florida, New York to Florida, and they have zero idea of what the actual cost is going to be to live there. They have no clue. All they know is Florida has no state tax. Texas has no state tax. California is sunny. The weather is nice. That's all they know.
You're not very bright, are you?
And then when they get there, people cry and cry and cry. Oh, it's so expensive to live here. It's so expensive. Did you do any research? And the answer to that is no. Let's take a look at this chart here at the 10 highest to 10 lowest. And I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'm going to put it on the screen here so that you can see. Maybe you live in one of these states and you're in the lowest, or maybe you're in one of these states and you're in the highest. But even though these numbers are important, it doesn't explain everything, guys. And as always, I hope you've got value out of this video, guys, because these property taxes coming up, especially this next year coming around, with all these people buying these highly expensive, highly overpaid properties, when it gets reassessed, it's not going to be pretty. So, as always, you won't get all of your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video over here. It will help you understand what's going on in this crazy housing market, financial news, and getting into your first rental property, guys. And I promise you, the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.